much to the Pocahontas County Board of Education for granting me an interview, and I think this is a wonderful forum for the public to come and meet the interviewees or the potential candidates for superintendent of schools. I do believe our education system here in Pocahontas County is one of the finest ones in the state of West Virginia, and it's wonderful to see the parental involvement as well as the involvement from the employees this evening. As you know, I'm Ruth Land, and I'm the principal of Green Bank Elementary Middle School. I moved here in 1983 from the Pittsburgh area, graduate of Penfield Area High School, graduate of California State College of Pennsylvania with a speech-language pathology degree, graduated again in 1986 with a master's degree in speech pathology from California University of Pennsylvania, and then I received my Master of Arts degree in Educational Leadership Studies from Marshall University. I've been here for 26 years, and I've spent all of my time at Green Bank Elementary Middle School. But I've been an itinerant speech pathologist, so I've been all over the county. I've served in a number of capacities in civic organizations as well as professional ones. I spent 4 years as the faculty senate chair at Green Bank Elementary Middle School. I've worked with the Northern Pocahontas County Health Clinic. I was on the founding board of directors to bring that health clinic to the Durban area. Worked on the food cooperative in Green Bank, and I just spent a lot of time at Green Bank School and with my family and working in the community.
Ready for the questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you see as the most critical issues facing public education, and how do those issues impact Pocahontas County schools? Secondly, based on the critical issues you have identified in the first part of the question, what career experiences have you had that will allow you to successfully address these issues, particularly in a way that can be beneficial and constructive for Pocahontas County schools?
It is my belief that the most critical issues that the schools are facing at this time is, of course, number one, the tough economic times that we're in right now. And what we have seen with that is so many people losing their jobs, moving on to different jobs, having to take lower paying jobs. And because of that, we have an economic impact upon our families that has been critical really in the past few years. As a principal of a school, I'm seeing more and more children moving from reduced lunch to free lunch, and the opportunities for our students are not there as they have been in the past due to the economic decline of the nation, and as well as the ability to the family to support these children and for the schools to support these children. Our tax base, of course, varies because of our assessment rates, and it's the changes with that in the economic times, and we're seeing that the funding issues that are coming to the schools are eliminating programs for our students that we believe are important to them. I believe at the last board meeting they were speaking about the access to the gymnasium and being able to use the gymnasium in some of the different schools. We've had to cut back on PE classes, and the gymnasiums are there for students to use time for structured activity, but because of our economic problems that we're having, we had to cut back on staff. If we want those programs, we do have to have the staff. I also believe that we have a serious issue with adult literacy in our county. Our county has one of the highest rates of adults without a high school diploma. And because of that, we do see students do not value education because their parents do not value education. I've seen this in the northern part of Pocahontas County, and one of the things that I've done in my career to address that is I actually did a study of the test scores at Green Bank, and I was looking for anything why students were not making that mastery that they needed, and I found a correlation to parents that did not have their high school diploma. So what I did is, at the time when I took over as principal at Green Bank, we were on school improvement. Our test scores were low, and we were on school improvement. And I was fortunate enough to get $95,000 from Title I money to improve the Title I program at Green Bank. Title I is a federal entitlement program that helps with reading and math. I was able to use that money to start a GED program at Green Bank School. We have a GED program there. It meets every Monday from 5 to 8, and we've put through over 14 parents through their GEDs. And as we saw the parents receive their GEDs, then we saw the children's interest in school rise. So I think my career experiences for this question is very, very pertinent, because that was one of the things that we decided to do to help our parents for their children to be successful.
Pocahontas County Schools has several organizations representing teachers and service personnel. What will be your approach with these organizations in working with them as the new superintendent? Please answer that question within the context of whether or not you would institute a superintendent's advisory committee.
I come from a union family. My father was IUE, International Union of Electrical Workers. He worked for Westinghouse Electric as a fitter for the generators, large rotating apparatus division for over 41 years. And I am a union girl. I walk the picket line with my dad. I am a proponent of the WVEA and West Virginia Federation of Teachers. And I think that, and also for the Service Personnel Association, I think that a superintendent has to work cooperatively with all three of those organizations to be effective. And those are the people that we go to that know the laws, that know the state code, that can give advice. Now, I understand that we have some issues back and forth with those teacher organizations or with the service personnel organizations, but for a county school system to move smoothly and to grow, then we have to have cooperative relationships with all three of those organizations. A superintendent's advisory committee, I think, is a very necessary component to having an effective school system. From a superintendent's advisory committee would take members from the community, from all parts of the community, and speak to the superintendent about the needs of the community. I think that's been too silent for too long. I think that we've kind of worked in a bit of a vacuum for a while, that we have not really listened to what is going on in our community or what is going on with our service organizations and our professional organizations.